office vacancy rate and major squatters looting. Hey guys, this is Mike with myrealestatedojo.com, and right across the street from me, there's this big office building. It's been vacant for, I don't know, maybe about a year. And a couple of months ago, there was a bunch of different gang members that had taken over the office. Literally. They were selling crack, they were selling all kinds of stuff, prostitution, all kinds of stuff. And right around my area, crime rate was just going up like crazy. I remember one day I was walking with my bicycle, and there was these 3 gang members, and they saw my bike, and they said, "Hey, you better not keep your eye away from that bike, because I'm going to steal it." There was 3 of them. I looked at them and said, "Well, come take it right now if you want." Right? And they didn't want to do anything. But it just shows you the area and the cadacity of these individuals to straight threaten you that they're going to rob you, they're going to take your stuff. So anyways, let's move forward. A month later, this area has grown even more. There's more prostitution, there's more gangs. This is a really nice office building, okay? I would say it's like a B+ building that the gangs have to literally take over. They start putting their graffitis, their gang signs all over the building, and you can tell this is a trap house now. Okay, let's move a couple of months later. Guess what? The police, one day I wake up and I'm going to Whole Foods, and guess what? I see 10, 20 police vans, some of them marked, some of them unmarked, rolling in there with machine guns, all kinds of stuff, just raiding the place, right? Let's fast forward a month later. Guess what? I went outside, and they have brought bulldozers demolishing the whole building. Again, this was a nice building. This was not a C building. This was a B+ building. And it could have easily been reassigned to another landlord. But the problem was that the landlord that owned it couldn't sell the properties. It was sitting there for vacant for a year. Looters had came in and literally took over the place, where he was in a situation where I'm sure he had gotten fined by the police. I mean, it was costing him so much money that he just decided to demolish the whole building. And this was a really nice building. I just couldn't understand why he couldn't figure out how to rent it out and etc. But there goes that beautiful office building, because looters had came and taken over. Now, this situation is all over America. I remember when I was in Colorado. I remember when I was in Texas. I remember when I was Nevada, so many places that I traveled to that I'm seeing major office vacancies. They're just piling up. I think it's like 20% of all buildings out there are vacant, okay? Office buildings. So that's a big chunk of vacancy. And not only does that bring crime, not only does that bring violence, not only does that bring chaos, but it also hurts the economy and the investors and the bankers that own the note on that property. Because 20% of all these buildings, and these buildings are not $100,000 buildings, who knows how much they cost, right? That's a big chunk of money if you do that times 20% of all the properties in America, office buildings are vacant. So things are definitely heating up, and you're seeing squatters taking over properties in residential. You're seeing squatters take over property in commercial. And these guys are just setting up shop. Some people are professional squatters, and they know if you're an investor, they're going there and you have your house vacant, they go in there, they take over, they provide a fake lease when you call the police, and now you have a civil case and you have to take these guys to court, but you don't have that lease, right? Because they forged it. So things are getting really crazy with looters and vacancy. It doesn't matter if you're talking about residential, if you're talking about commercial. Some of these looters are professionals. They know how to hack the system and get the property for free. There are laws on the book that says that if a looter lives in your property for a certain amount of time and they're paying the taxes on the property, they could become the rightful owner of the property. Pretty crazy, but that's the laws in America. All over America, guys, these laws are in place. I can tell you about some stories about looters that I had in some of my property management when we manage other people's properties. And, guys, it happens. No matter how good you are, if the house is vacant, if the property is vacant, and you're not checking on it on a daily basis, people will come in and act like they live there. If you call the police, they're going to show a fake lease. And now you have to go to the civil court system versus criminal court to get these goofballs out of your property. Same thing with commercial. So anyways, guys, Interesting times are ahead. I think that the real estate market is going to tank one way or another. If you're interested in getting real estate and you want to work with me one-on-one, I'll give you all my systems. I'll help you cash a check in 30 to 45 days. Go to myrealestatedojo.com, click on work with me and my profit sharing. If you're interested in just doing it yourself, I got tons of self-help training courses, and I put it at a deep discount because I know the economy status of the world today. So anyways, guys, if you want to do it yourself, myrealestatedojo.com. If you need one-on-one coaching, you need someone to hold your hand, again, myrealestatedojo.com. Click on work with me. Peace. Don't take no for an answer. Always remember, you're braver than you believe, stronger than you seem, smarter than you think, and twice as beautiful as you've imagined. Romy. Peace.